Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kura Isagami, your resident Tinkerer and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet fighting robot series. And the time has finally come and is coming upon us here very soon. At the end of this month of November will be officially Medarot Day, celebrating 25 years of the franchise's history from the very early days of Medarot 1 on up to the modern days of Medarot S and all the new models we've been seeing from there. And starting off the banner on the very first day of November, no less, just with the timing of everything, even though things may be relatively quiet going forward here through this first week, as things start amping up closer to the end of the month for Medarot Day, we still do have a pretty fair amount of highlights and things to look forward to going forward, just with this week alone, including not one, but two returnees from the days of Yore, back from the original Medarot 1. That being said, let's go ahead and take a jump back into history for just a moment with the returnees of what was highlighted for this week. Starting with the Gacha banners, first of which is a long-awaited returnee from the days of Medarot 1, and that is ELF0 Megafant, with a kit of Power Hammer, Double Guard 300, Tank Legs, and the leg ability of Super Armor. And just looking at his stats initially upon the announcement today, he is going to be a very, very tanky son of a gun. So arguably, even with Guard 300, it's something he could pull off very, very well just with this kit alone. Behind him, we do also have CRW0 Crow Tengu, with a kit of Gatling, Double Tornado, Blight Legs, and the Climber leg ability. Now, we have actually seen Crow Tengu a pretty fair number of times in the past up to this point as a enemy NPC with the same kit, but this week marks the official debut when he will become a collectible model officially for players to pull for and collect if they so choose. In addition to these two, we do also have a lot of one-day banners that are going to be going live between the start of the month and the end of the month on 11/30. So I'm not going to highlight all of those individually, and I'm just going to let you kind of decide at that point which ones you'd like, which ones you don't, relative to if I have covered them previously or not, because that honestly would be a very, very long list. Now, with the fierce battles we have going on this week, we are still staying in the early days of Medarot 1 with these returnees, starting the lineup with SAM0 Samurai, with the kit of Full Charge, Double Beam Sword, Biped Legs, and a leg ability of Endurance. Behind him, we have TOT0 Yellow Turtle, with the kit of Heater, Double Laser, Tank Legs, and the Bullet Rain leg ability. And then, last but not least, everyone's favorite dog type, DOG0 Cyan Dog, with a kit of Triple Rifle, Biped Legs, and the Clairvoyance leg ability. Now, I have actually marked both Samurai and Cyan Dog here as MVPs of the week to shoot for, but to be completely honest, even Yellow Turtle here has some very good viability that makes him worth going after all the same. Be that Laser very early on for newcomers or rookies, to even with the Tank Legs in the case of Bullet Rain, since it is a very powerful ability to make use of. But, despite that, Full Charge and Beam Sword just on Samurai alone makes him a very highly sought after model for both newcomer and veteran alike, and Basic Rifle across the board for Cyan Dog is something you will never ever go wrong with using if you find yourself in need of using conventional shooting parts. Now, with everything else going on this week, they did highlight closer to Medarot Day we would be getting an official DX Anniversary banner. This is simply put the same as the official first draw banner or any deluxe tickets that you get when you purchase bundles. You draw 5, it gives you 5 choices, and you pick one that you can keep with you permanently, while the others are put back in the pool. Now, with this as well, it is also worth noting that these special tickets also filter out all 2-star and 1-star bots and parts, which means with one draw you are guaranteed something useful, whether that be a duplicate or even a new model or a bunch of new models to choose from. This is something that's going to make everybody very, very happy and give them all something worth going after and raising going forward. Now, of course, with the anniversary event, there can't be an event without an actual, well, event to actually participate in as we amp up and start up the festivities leading up to the momentous anniversary. And with this particular event, they are highlighting not a lot of details have been officially given on what all comes in with this particular event, but they did highlight that the big ticket reward for it would be the fabled Butterfly medal, which has a mastery in melee, support, and defense, with a leg mastery in biped, floating, and sea legs, and is also an assist nature, which means it has a green crystal and passively gets extra HP boosts upon joining the battlefield. So a very big reward there. Of course, another medal is something you can never go wrong with using. So more details on that event to go live as they are officially revealed, and of course as the festivities start to amp up even further. Now with the events too, what better place to time this than, of course, a very momentous anniversary and occasion. Metabee and Rokusho, the two icons and headliners of any Medarot game that's ever been released, rather ever since Medarot 2 technically, but details, are officially getting the tune-up treatment. And a lot of bonuses include buffs to power, buffs to speed, or heat and cool, or success. So going to make these two very, very powerful, stronger than they already, and much better than they already are. And even at base, they're still fantastic models to make use of, both for newcomers and for veterans alike. Their parts are things you can never ever go wrong with using, and the tune-up already only expounds on that and makes them even better. They did also announce this week with the festivities that we would also be seeing a limited time 25th anniversary bundle. This bundle in particular will cost as much as the higher end bundles, which is about 10,000 yen or so, which given current exchanges, I'd say roughly equates to about 70 to 90 USD if I recall correctly, and my math is correct. But with this bundle includes the following that they were highlighting: 10 Medarotter summon tickets. Basically, with the new Medarotter gacha, this gives you access to basically one free 10 pull in that particular banner to make use of stronger Medarotters. You also have access to 12 Medarotter skill books, which are what you use to level up the passive skills that the rare rank and the super rare rank Medarotters are able to give you. You also have access to 100 purple Cyplasm that is given to you as an extra gift that you can use to power up any parts that are in need of raising or limit breaking. You do also have access to 20 red power-up chips, which are guaranteed to be a level 4 or level 5 rarity, which means you can very likely already use those power-up chips right from start, instead of having to fuse a bunch of green and blues and purples together just to make something you could even consider using. And then you also have access to 90 rubies, which of course is 3 full 10 spins in any banner. But on top of this, you also have access to another deluxe ticket, which once again, you draw 5 and you keep 1 while filtering out all the 2-star and 1-star parts and bots. So guaranteed, once again, something very, very good out of that, and a free 3 spins on any main banner, and of course 1 free 10 spin on the Medarotter banner, as long as with a buttload of resources. Now, of course, this also does come with a final reminder of the Yore Meta contest that was announced early last month, where fans could submit their own designs, and of course, with a chance of the winning design or designs being made into official Medarots to join the game as models that can be collected. The contest is officially ending on 11/8, so at the end of this week, the contest will close, and the winner, or winners, will be announced on Medarot Day on 11/28. I've not seen a whole lot when it comes to entries thus far, but I am still very excited to keep an eye out for that, for say last minute entries, or see who even wins at the very end once they do collect all the entries and deliberate a winner. Now on the community front, we are still always looking for translators and coders for the Medarot 3 translation project and the Medarot Reloaded manga translation as well. So if you have any knowledge in coding or cleaning or Japanese and have some time on your hands, progress has been going along relatively steady for Medarot 3, but Medarot Reload, the manga in particular, does need a lot of work that needs done. So if you would like to lend a hand with this and see these to completion, feel free to stop on by, join their Discord in the link provided and in the comments below, or even just reach out and ask, and we can get you in touch with the right people that can mention everything that has been done and everything else that needs finished up to speed. Now with the weekly art highlights, these two were given to me and brought to my attention fairly recently, but both of these I've been following for a pretty fair amount of time now. Starting up the line is Discord user Proto Mighty, who's been working on Rivals of Aethermon, which implements Rokusho as an officially playable character in-game, as a character that players can fight as in the very popular 2D Flash style game. I do have the game downloaded myself, still yet to officially play it and get a hold of the rules, but I have also been working with him for some tuning options or ideas or features, and he is currently working on some more big changes and some more models to implement going forward. I also want to highlight this particular user here on Facebook, actually, user Rune Akinazawa, who at long last was able to finish a 1-to-1 scale cosplay prop of KBT-01 Metabee, complete with LED lights and posable arms and fingers, and I think even the legs are posable too. Absolutely wonderful work to the both of you. If you'd like to know more, definitely joining either of our communities on Facebook or on Discord will keep you in the know on these fantastic artists, as well as many others we have within our wonderful community. But with all that being said, I do believe that covers just about everything for this week's video. Again, it is a relatively quiet week going forward, but I suspect that's only just for the sake of ramping up the events leading up to Medarot Day at the end of the month. That being said, I do appreciate you all for stopping by once again, just as you always do. If you'd like to know more, you can follow us on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page or the Metabots Forever communities on there. You can also join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below if you'd like to keep an even closer ear to the action on anything related to Medarot. This includes anything such as game releases, game updates, my weekly episodes, merchandise, fan art, you name it, that's the first place you will find it. You can also reach out to me personally on Twitter at isagamikura, so if you have any questions or feedback or comments, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. My DMs are always open for this very reason, so don't be a stranger and feel free to stop in and say hello. And do also give these official users a follow as well. This is the official Medarot page and the official Medarot S page, so if you want to keep an ear to the ground on, especially from the official source on anything related to Medarot, these two places are the absolute must-haves to visit and follow first, and also show your support by following the pages and showing them just how big the community really is. But, all that being said, I do appreciate you all for stopping by once again. It's always happy to have you in for a visit. Until next time, this is your host, Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.